We might increase the cutout on the other tank later too, but there we will need to melt the plastic with a hot knife rather than cut it with a jigsaw.
Hiedalle.
Today's mission: IBC preparation. The secondary 600 liter IBC tank needs to be prepared to be filled with water in order to integrate it into the aquaponic system of the Hiedalle space. Tip: use some kind of saw to get the job done. Okay, let's see. This is Kai with a chainsaw. No, maybe Zuad. A different tool. A wrench. No. Nope. Different tool. No, maybe since it's an aquaponic mission, maybe Conrad. Switch the tool. Oh, this was the outfit anyway. The tool, maybe, yeah, a jigsaw. This would be nice. Shorter hair, it's fine. Okay, let's go. I should probably switch to a 13-inch nut. This is a jigsaw. In order to saw, we need to remove the metal bars. This will do. 8 screws. It's quite interesting that even though the IBCs are standardized, there are a few things which are different. Here, for example, the screws are 13-inch hex screws, and the screws of the IBC on the right are hex socket screws. Let's grab the bars and move them out of the way. It's quite difficult to get the rods out, but it will be easier to screw them back later once the plastic top is removed. Perfect. It looks like we can saw now. By the way, this is not my saw. I brought my saw to our neighbors, who have since moved out and did not return the saw yet. I don't understand what's wrong with those people. Return the stuff you bought, guys. Anyway, this saw, which is Kai's saw, will do just fine. Let's drill an entry hole first, big enough for the saw blade. We purchased 2 IBCs because there's a space for 2 here, and we were thinking about holding edible fish in one tank and goldfish in the other. But since there was an ebb and flow bed on top of the IBCs, it was difficult to access and cut the secondary tank. So since we are rebuilding the system for this season, we use the opportunity to cut the secondary tank now. Not sure if we will add different fish in here for this year, but at least we have some more water in the system, which should stabilize the cycle. We will connect the 2 IBCs as well, stay tuned for that. The IBCs are made from durable HDPE, which is very easy to cut with a jigsaw. The opening of the second IBC will be a bit wider than the other one to guarantee easier access for maintenance. We might increase the cutout on the other tank later too, but there we will need to melt the plastic with a hot knife rather than cut it with a jigsaw. If you want to use an IBC tank for an aquaponic setup, you can find them used online, which saves you a bit of money. Just make sure the previous use was in the food industry or for water collection, so the tank is still food grade and safe to use. The corner is not as round as I would have liked, but it's okay. The edges are a bit sharp and have some plastic splinters, which are also inside the IBC. It's best to vacuum them before they contaminate the aquaponic system. This is also the reason why we can't use the jigsaw to increase the cutout size of the tank, which is already in use. The plastic particles would end up in the tank and the water. Since there will be a grow bed on top of the tank again, it's best to just screw the metal rods back into place. This will also allow that we can later stand on the tank if necessary. Nice. This is it. Mission complete. Subscribe for the next episode and leave some feedback in the comments below. You could also check out this video, or if it's your birthday, maybe this one.
Hiedalle.